Hey everybody, Whitney here, and this is going to be a super fun video. Today I'm going to do a mini brand mini haul, and we're going to make a mini brand claw machine for our new toys. So I hope that you enjoy it. This will be the last cube video that I do, at least for some time. A lot of people said, yes, I want to see more cube videos, and so I'm doing 2 today. So if this is the first one you're seeing, I'm doing 1 more where I'm building a hot dog stand. I thought that it needed its own video, so I did a separate video for that. I hope that you watch both. So we've got a lot going on, so let's get started. Here's the 2 cubes that I'll be using in our claw machine project. I have one that has a black base, and then I have another one that doesn't have a top on it at all or a base on it at all, and that's okay because I'm going to alter that base. And so basically this one with the black is going to be the top portion of our claw machine, and I'm going to turn the other cube on its side. Then the front of it, there'll be a little prize box, and that'll be where the prizes are received. That'll also be where the coin machine is, and also where the joystick is, so that you can maneuver the claw around in the machine. I think my number 1 question is, where do I get my cubes from? I get most of my cubes from miniatures that I purchase online. They come in these cubes, or at miniature shows they often come in these cubes, and I always store them aside for the purposes of using them for either a project like this or just storage. But you can actually purchase them on Amazon. To my knowledge, I just typed in display cubes and I found a few that were very similar, so I have gone ahead and put the link in the description below. Now, because I want this machine to feel a little bit more modern than, let's say, the Zoltar machine, I'm not going to use popsicle sticks to cover the base. I'm just going to use some pieces of thick cardstock. I use my cubes to measure out the size of cardstock that I need, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut those out. And then you can see that I'm putting them around the cube base, just making sure that I want to make sure that they fit well, cut them down if I need to. I would like to paint this machine purple, so I'm using my Smart Crafts paint here in this really bright purple. It's kind of an older paint. I mean, my paint is old, so I'm hoping that I won't have to do too many coats. But right away, the way that it came out, I realized that, yeah, I should have bought more paint. So we will be doing a few coats on this, but it'll work out. I'm also going to paint some popsicle sticks for some thicker top trim in the same purple. And then I decided that I will use black as my alternate color on the smaller, thinner trims. Once most of the trim is in place, let's talk about the front of the machine. So I've taken a piece of foam board and I have cut it to the same size as the front opening. Then I put a piece of my cardstock on top and painted it in the same purple. It should just fit right in the front, and then the areas where I can kind of see that aren't perfect, I'm going to add the black trim anyway to the front, and that'll solve the issue if there's any small space on the front of it, because I definitely don't want you to be able to see that. All right, so this is all. The front area is also going to be the same area where the prize box is going to be. So I will be drawing out a little rectangle here in the area where I want the prize box to be. And when I say prize box, I'm talking about if you actually win a prize from this machine, the little claw, of course, drops the prize down, and then the area where you get the prize is the prize box. Now, I was never that lucky as a kid. I probably spent many of my babysitting dollar bills on claw machines where I was never rewarded, which is probably why I don't gamble as an adult, because I just can't stand the thought of wasting my money. But anyway, so I'm drawing out where I want that prize box to be, and then I will cut it out with my X-Acto knife and make a nice little hole. And then what I did was I just took some other foam board remnants that I had and created a little box to the back of it. You can see that it's a little longer because I want to give the illusion that it goes deep into the machine so that the toys would actually drop down and fall into this little prize box area here. And then what I'll do is I'll paint the whole interior black so that you really can't see how far back it goes. And I got a little of the black on the outside, but that's okay. That prize box is going to have some trim on it too. All right, now I feel pretty confident that it's time to glue the front portion on to our machine. So I'm going to use my Ultimate White Glue and go ahead and put that in place. And you can see to the outside, there's a little bit of space, like I said earlier, and I'm just going to remedy that by adding some black trim to it. All right, now all my black trim is in place. You can kind of see a little bit of glue still drying, but that's okay. You can paint over that glue very easily with a little black paint if you can still see it when it's all nice and dry. Now I'm going to take my clear plastic sheet. I've used these in other projects that you may have seen on my channel. Usually I tend to use them for windows, but today what I'm going to use it for is the prize box front window. And then I'm also going to use it as the clear dividers that you see inside a claw machine that keep the toys from falling down the hole. So that's what I'm going to use those for too. So I'll cut them to size. I will glue one to the front, and I want to make sure that it's only glued to the top part of the prize box because I want to be able to reach in and grab a toy out. So I want it to have like an animal door going in and out of your house, like a cat door or a dog door. And then you can see here's the dividers. I've added a little black trim also, and then I've added trim to the front. And then I added that little stick there just to make sure that my little mud flap door doesn't accidentally get glued to the inside. So I definitely want to be able to open that. All right, now let's do the claw. So these little pieces here, I have no idea what they're for. I found them in the garage. I used them for my steampunk vanity table a long time ago. So you guys, if you follow me for a while, you've probably seen these before. So now what I'm going to do is take this toothpick and I'm going to cut 3 little pieces off and make them look like a claw. And you can see here. You can also see a lot of glue. I did use hot glue for this. Made kind of a mess of it, but I'm going to paint over that hot glue so that it doesn't look quite as bad. And then I'm going to take my pink straw here, my pink bendable flexi straw, and that's going to be the claw arm and the bar that goes across the top. So I will cut that down. I will add glue to the interior, and then it should look similar to what you would see in a claw machine. So now, as usual, I will clean off any of my glue. This is a used cube, and there are some scratches on this cube that I couldn't obviously remove, but I do want to make sure that it's nice and clean before I glue the claw inside, because otherwise I won't be able to get in there and clean it really well. And then I did use super glue to glue it in place, and there you go, our claw is installed. All right, and now I want to make a couple little mechanisms to go on the outside. I need a joystick that would move the claw around. I need a push button that you would normally click on that would lower the claw to attempt to grab something. And then I do want a little coin mechanism to the front so it will take coins. And I'm going to do like a 25-cent one, but I don't think anywhere these days you can do a claw machine for 25 cents anymore, but you know, whatever. So I'm molding this little joystick, and I'm going to be using polymer clay for the stick, the button, and the coin mechanism for the front, and bake it up. So I'll go ahead and mold all of that out. And then while that's baking, I'm printing up these little mini brand labels right here off the internet. So I have one because I want to do like a front marquee, and then I want the mini brand labels all over the place. Because you know how these claw machines are. They're just like walking advertisements, and so they have a lot of labels all over them. And then I did print up a little sign that says prize box, and then a little 25-cent sticker also to go above the coin mechanism. So today I thought it would be really fun if we just did a really quick mini haul of these mini brands. Now I know this may come as a surprise, but I actually have never purchased my own mini brands little toys, and I have several that have been given to me as gifts over the years that I use like in my Christmas displays. This one here is called Frozen Moments Mini Brands. I picked this one specifically because I was hoping to get more toys that could fit into the claw machine. So let's go ahead and open it up and see if I did good. Oh, so this is cool. I haven't had one of these before, so this is fun. This is like, it's like an orange slice, and each slice has something inside. Ooh, I see the appeal right away. This is really fun and mysterious. All right, so the first thing I have here is a box, and it looks like it says animal on the front, and it looks like a monster truck type of thing. Now I'm gonna open it because I kind of want to see what's going on inside. Okay, so I guess the boxes don't have toys inside. They're basically just the box, which is totally fine. This wasn't very expensive, but I just had to know because I've never had these before. So that's really fun. Okay, so that's a usable item maybe that I could put inside the machine. The next one here is some money. You know, I'm a fan of that. I enjoy finding money, especially like in the bottom of my purse or a pocket or something. Have you ever done that where you find money? It feels, you all of a sudden feel so rich. All right, but these monies, these bills are a little too big. Certainly for 12 scale, I almost feel like they're even a little too big for like play scale or Barbie size. That's pretty cool. And then we've got, I'm seeing inside this slice a credit card and 2 pieces that go together that make up a credit card machine. So, you know, this is okay. This is definitely something that I'm not going to use in the claw machine for sure. Super cute. Also, not really a scale that I work with. Let's see what's in the next slice. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. This little toy right here. All right, this looks like a fingerlings, and this is super cute. This is a newer version. I think that this will work for the claw machine, so that's exciting. So let's look at another slice. Ooh, what's in here? Yay, it is another toy. I don't really recognize this toy. It's called Crashers. Honestly, it looks like a banana in a car. That can't be right, but we're gonna go with that for now. But anyway, the good news is it fits in the machine. All right, next slice. What's in here? Oh, yay! A little Hello Kitty box. And I'm a fan of Hello Kitty, and of course I have to look inside even though I already know there's nothing in there, but this is super cute, and this could also go out in the claw machine. So we have a lot of choices here. I don't know if all of this will fit, but we will certainly try to make as much as we can fit, because I do have, like I said, a few other mini brands that I've received as gifts that I'd like to try to use also, which actually were the pieces that inspired me to even do the claw machine. So let's go ahead and get back to the machine, and then you can see here I have all of these other toys I have, and I've actually also included a few things that aren't mini brands, just because in trying to figure out the spacing, I want to be able to, you know, add maybe a few other little things to it, but we'll just see. So I do have a Princess Leia mini brands. I have some slime. I have another fingerlings. This one is an older version. I've got a troll doll, and then I've got some of those other little flocked teddy bears, and I also have a Candyland game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my museum wax, and I'm just going to try to fit in as many as I can, and we'll just see how it looks. I think fitting in these little mini brands into the machine was really the hardest part of everything, because I really had a hard time making sure that you could see them, you know, so that you could enjoy them from the outside of the machine. So trying to get as many in, you know, was actually a lot more difficult than I thought. And then I decided also to add the troll to the inside of the claw so that it looked like the claw was grabbing something. Of course, we all know that the claw is only going to get that troll just to the part almost to dropping it inside the prize box, but it's going to fall anyway, and we're not going to win anything, and we're going to lose our money. We already know that's how that'll work. And then I did decide to add a teddy bear in there also right to the front. I almost had too much pink and purple, and I wanted to kind of break up that color and draw your eye over to it, so I went ahead and put that green bear in the front. But what's nice is none of these are stuck inside, so I could change them out if I want, make it look different if I want, you know, so there's a lot of fun things you can do to that. And then I did add the Candyland box to the right inside the prize machine so that it gave the illusion that I actually won something. All right, everybody, so let's take a look at the finished product. Here it is. Man, I really enjoyed those mini brands. That was really fun. And since I now have purchased one, you know, it's probable that I'm gonna, you know, purchase maybe a few more in the future. We'll just see about that. But anyway, I hope that you really had a good time with me today making this. I would love to know if you plan on making any of your own cube projects. Tell me what you're gonna make. Love to hear that in the comments. Please make sure to comment. Let me know. Let me know too if you are a mini brand collector, and if you have them, I would love to know. I can see where the addiction is in them, because not only are they tiny, but they actually look like real toys that you could buy today instead of a lot of the old school toys that I tend to see, you know, available for miniatures to buy. So anyway, thank you again for being with me. If you watched both videos today, thank you for doing that. That just means so much to me that you took the time to do that. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next time. And remember, in this crazy life, it is the little things that matter. Bye.